My name's Rachel Stevenson. I'm the Group HSE Manager for Ridley. Out in the mill, production, maintenance areas, they would all be wearing glove protection. Prior to Ridley, working with Ansell, we didn't have a glove policy in place. We're having lots of cuts and injuries to hands.
There was an incident that happened with a gang nail, where one of our operators on the forklift was actually pulling a bag and it just ripped the side of his hand open.
And I think there's a massive impact on morale, there's an impact on workloads for people if someone is not at work. But we have lots of different operations where we handle sulfuric acid. We have guys that are maintenance fitters, so they're dealing with their hands. There was a lot of hit, crush injuries. We've got general guys moving, forklift operators, but we've got people moving bags and things like that as well. So we were seeing major injuries coming out of our business, serious injuries that were both medical treatment and lost time. And so it was really important for us to change that dynamic. We needed to do something that would stop the injuries.
We chose Ansell through EMEA Safety, so they recommended the Ansell gloves as being the best out there.
And it's been such a wonderful partnership for us. We worked through in getting them to come into this site, particularly was our first site. They did the Guardian program with us. We then launched it from this site. The main recommendations from the Guardian program were about the certain activities that we had that would be married to a set of gloves. So we might have a forklift operator who could wear cut-3 resistant gloves, and someone in maintenance who's a maintenance fitter doing more serious jobs of handling steel and metal and things like that, where they would need cut-5 resistant gloves. So really the program gave us that ability to match, I guess, gloves to jobs.
We had several people that were pretty passionate about the gloves. They're the ones that we did the trials on.
A good glove is very important here at Ridley Pakenham. We have a lot of scenarios where we use knives. We have hazardous chemicals on site, so we need a decent glove to handle those conditions. Wearing them personally, it's like I don't even have a glove on. The productivity, I think, is increased with these gloves because of the high level of grip. Guys can just go for it. They don't have to worry that the knife's going to slip out of their hand.
So we used to use, they used to call them riggers gloves. They're a leather sort of glove, very stiff on the hand, very hard to do up nuts and bolts and things like that. But these gloves are a lot easier to use.
I think for us, we've seen a massive reduction in injuries for us with the introduction of the gloves. The first is, I think, in the year prior to the introduction, we'd had 10 medical treatment injuries, 8 of which related to cuts and sutures to hands, and that had totally stopped. So that issue actually resolved itself immediately for us.
Financially, we've found that we're probably financially better off with these gloves, not just safer, in that the gloves are not one-use items.
You know, in the stories where, I'll see it where all the coating's rubbing off, and the guy say, I want to keep wearing them, we're 7 weeks in, can I keep wearing them? I would recommend Ansell, just purely from the professionalism of the company, their ability to bring in a package, work with your workforce, engage and consult, and really be a part of a program that's really successful.